SOC 101 Study Session 12 Conducting Sociological Research Steps in the Scientific Method. Introduction. The scientific method is a method of investigating a problem in ways that allow the researcher to gather evidence in a systematic manner. In this lecture, we shall discuss the various steps of the scientific method that help the researcher to gather information that is relevant and unbiased. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this study session, you should be able to define and use correctly all the keywords printed in bold. You should be able to also enumerate the various steps of the scientific method. And lastly, explain what is required in the literature review stage of research. The scientific method. A scientific method or process is considered fundamental to the scientific investigation and acquisition of new knowledge based upon verifiable evidence. In addition to employing the scientific method in their research, sociologists explore the social world with several different purposes in mind. Like the physical sciences, for example, chemistry, physics, and so on, sociologists can be and often are interested in predicting outcomes given knowledge of the variables and relationships involved. This approach to doing science is often termed positivism, or more accurately, empiricism. The positivist approach to social science seeks to explain and predict social phenomena, often employing a quantitative approach. But unlike the natural or physical sciences, sociology often seeks simply to understand social phenomena. Max Weber has called this approach Verstehen, a German phrase which means understanding. In this approach, the goal is to understand a culture or phenomenon on its own terms rather than trying to develop a theory that allows for prediction. Both approaches employ a scientific method as they make observations and gather data, propose hypotheses, and test their hypotheses through the lens of theories. Steps in the scientific method. Sociologists use observations, hypotheses, and deductions to propose explanations for social phenomena in the form of theories. Predictions from these theories are tested. If a prediction turns out to be correct, the theory survives. If not, the theory is modified or discarded. The method is commonly taken as the underlying logic of scientific practice. Science, therefore, is essentially an extremely cautious means of building a supportable evidence understanding of the world. The scientific method depends on the rigorous and disciplined collection of facts and on the logical explanation of these facts. The following are the step-by-step procedure of the scientific method. Selecting a researchable problem. Sociological research must be focused on research problems that are worth studying and that can be investigated by the methods of science. Reviewing the literature. This involves checking out to see what other researchers have done and studied in the past, finding out the gap in knowledge, and then attempting to contribute to the filling of this knowledge gap. Formulation of hypotheses. This is showing the relationships between variables. A hypothesis can take the form of a predictive statement or a research question. Selection of a research design. This involves the selection of the appropriate methods of data collection and analysis. This must be based on the research hypothesis. The research design may include data collection techniques like experiments, conducting of interviews, observations, use of historical evidence, or a combination of two or more of these data collection techniques. Data collection. This is the actual collection of data from the field. Data analysis. Analysis of collected data refers to the search for meaningful links among the facts that had been collected in the course of the research. Stating conclusions. This is either accepting or rejecting the research hypothesis. This is using the research findings or results to link with other knowledge and theory. Study session summary. 1. The scientific method is a method of investigating a problem in ways that allow the researcher to gather evidence in a systematic manner. 2. There are various steps of the scientific method. End of study session 12. Thank you for listening.